In this video, I'm going to plan out the week, maybe in this sampler pack, maybe in my vertical life planner. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hi, I'm Kristen, and I post functional planning videos on my channel. If you're like me and you need a gentle reminder to just keep it simple, please make sure you're subscribed, and I'll be right back. Before we move on, I put on fake tan last night. I haven't rinsed it off yet. I didn't realize how bad it was going to look on camera. I'm a little bit embarrassed by it, but let's just move on. All right, so we are currently in the week of May 5th through May 11th, and this says it's Bouquet Horizontal. So why don't we do that? The last video on my channel, I showed you the colorful, the hexagon horizontal that I grabbed. So this will be just kind of a fun way to try the horizontal. Okay, so I have three planners here. Well, if you count this as a planner. This is the current planner I've been kind of playing in, and this is the vertical in the Evolve colorway. And I also planned out my May in the May of my new hexagon, so I just have too many planners. I think I need to not do this, but I don't know. I don't think I can live like this through July, but we'll see. So this is week 19, and there's literally nothing on this week, so I don't even need to look at this. We have Mother's Day on Sunday? Really? It's already now? I had no idea. Okay, anyway, there's nothing here, so I don't need to refer back to this at all, so we can get this out of the way. I did go through and kind of write some things in anyway here, and I put the Formula One schedule here just because in the last video somebody reminded me that I forgot that there was a sprint in Miami and I didn't have it on my plans, but anyway, I need that, and we don't even have a week 19 in Formula One this week, so that doesn't matter either. So really the only thing I need from this is my this is the past week, and oh, I have a reminder to feed my arrow garden. Okay, so we'll put that there. All right, and then everything here, I need to do this. So I need to remember to order those, and I can move my little May calendar, especially because we don't have a monthly calendar in there. Actually, don't we? Do we? No, we don't. We had the dashboard because the monthly calendars are in the new planners. Okay, anyway, nothing from here needs to get transferred, so I can close this. Okay, so now we're just down to our horizontal in the Bouquet colorway, and I have markers here, so why don't we use those? I will use the markers that are meant for this, and it's like we're using the terracotta color, but I don't know, maybe we use all of them. I don't know. I don't really want to write an orange in May, even though I guess orange is kind of like peach and May is usually peach. I don't know. I have my black dual tip marker that came in the Life Planner pack, and also I have off to the side over here like all of this little stuff. So I'm thinking, what if I maybe take like, I don't know, I'm thinking like we can do like a color scheme like this. I love blue. Maybe this one, I wrote my name on it with a wet erase, but because I'm gonna need, there's no tabs or anything in here. And then we also have this. I don't know if I want to use these, but they're off to the side. And then I have the sticker book. Let's see, here's the sticker book. So I guess, yeah, let's just play. Let's just see what happens. I don't have any plans, so we're kind of free to just, I can pick my schedule this week. I know there's things, we'll just put in the basic things. So let's see. Church is always on Sunday, and how do you use this box? So here's the thing, I don't normally use horizontal, so this is kind of throwing me a little bit. I guess this is a good week to try a different layout, because normally lately I've been thinking in vertical with the 3 boxes, and I break it up into morning, afternoon, and evening, and then I put dinner down here. But since I don't have any plans this week, I don't really need to do that. But the way I'm thinking about using my dashboard is using a line for each box. So typically I like to only put like one thing in the box if I can help it. Because that's the thing that I need to be worried about doing, I guess you could say, and that's the most important thing. And then the other things can go on a different, like on that, we have a dashboard in here, yeah, like here, right? So it would be morning, afternoon, evening, and then dinner on that bottom line, and then anything else that's not the most important thing for that day, for those time blocks, would go over here. And then that way, if something got canceled or rescheduled, or I just had extra time, then I could work off of this page. It's just like how to make sure I'm getting the most important things done. So I kind of think I want to do the same thing here. For me, I like to not write on the top line or the bottom line. I just like that white space. It feels less cluttered. And so then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the other thing is that this little short line here bugs me too. So what if that line is for like the blank space up here? So for this space is where I was going to just put like if there's no school or something, or like an all day thing, right? Like someone's birthday, something like that. So that's what this top line could be for. And I'm thinking, and then we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines for the, you know, morning, afternoon, evening, and dinner. And then this could just be if there's a specific task that needs to get done on that day, I can put it over here. I can kind of start like a little bulleted checklist over here. I'm liking that. The problem is I can't show you because I don't have things to put. Actually I do have things. I have like, I need to be filming and doing work type stuff. And since I don't have a lot of things going on, this is a really good week for me to catch up on worky type things, channel things and Instagram and all that good stuff. So why don't we do that? Why don't we, I don't know, like try something here. I pulled the back cover off, so let's get rid of that. I'm gonna start by putting in church because that's the one thing I know we're doing that day. And so like I said, this line, it already says Mother's Day there, so I don't need to write that, but like right here, this would just be like, if it didn't say Mother's Day, I would probably write that there. And then morning, afternoon, evening, dinner. Okay, so then church is gonna be morning, so I'm gonna write that in. So let's just go 11 a.m. church. And normally I would say we would go out to eat after church. The Sunday of Mother's Day is like crazy for restaurants. So I don't know. And plus I want to see what my mom wants to do. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. And then this is today and I'm currently filming. So why don't we go with, I'll just say 9 a.m. I am filming, and then I want to edit and upload like ASAP because I didn't get this video that you're watching is for this day. And so I am trying to like get that done before I do anything else. So I'm going to go straight into edit and upload. Let's just add that, edit/upload right after I film this. And then I may jump back into filming and get the next video started. So let's see. This will take me, I don't know how long it's going to take to film. And then after filming, I will edit and upload, and then I'll stop for lunch. So let's just move straight into like 1 p.m. and then we'll just put videos because I don't know. I will probably film some more and then we'll edit tomorrow. But I can edit any time of day. So I'm thinking in the morning on Tuesday is when I'll do reels. I will film video to use for reels. I want to do, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you can follow me. I'm at KRISTANKREMER. And I did a video where I pulled all of my Erin Condren stuff like out of all these drawers where they were just like shoved in the drawers. And so I want to now make the second video of that where I'm going through it, because I need to use some of that to put together some little gift baskets for teacher appreciation. So I need to film that process because I said I would. So we will say film for reels in the morning time when the lighting is good. And then in the afternoon after lunch is when I can edit the videos from Monday. Edit videos. Wednesday, again, in the morning, I like to do anything that's like photography or filming related. So I will do, just try to take pictures of a lot of things, things that I want to put on Instagram in the next couple of weeks, just to kind of have those done and ready to go. That I will just do pics. And then in the afternoon, I want to work on my blog. And now I think that's good for all of the like worky type stuff, because I don't know what day my husband's coming home. Friday I would normally film again. He's gonna come home for Mother's Day, and he may come home. Let's just keep Friday open, and then I will do another day of filming here. Okay, and then this will be filming for the next week, and then I will edit those videos that same day. Edit/upload. Okay, I think that's good. Now I can add dinners. I don't have any evening plans, and so I'm going to leave that line blank. Now let's just do the terracotta color, and then dinner tonight is Korean beef bowls. And then tomorrow, I had this written down. It's in the other room because I can't be trusted to keep track of the things that I need to keep track of if I don't write them all down in the same place. Okay, we're doing salsa chicken. That is like a crock pot meal. And this is something, I basically make this every single week. Yeah, anything chicken, salsa chicken and grilled chicken, make that every single week. That's just, my kid will eat bowls and bowls of it. And then Wednesday, we're gonna do sheet pan shrimp. I used to do something called sheet pan sausage with it's like Italian sausage and broccoli or Brussels sprouts and some like potatoes, maybe some peppers, that kind of thing, just all on a sheet pan. And then my kid decided he doesn't like sausage anymore. I don't know. Anyway, so we're doing shrimp instead. Same concept, it just takes less time to cook, which I guess is nice. Sheet pan shrimp. And then on Thursday, we will do sushi bowls. And Friday is usually fend for yourself. And I guess I'll just write that in. Fend for yourself. Maybe we will go out to eat on Saturday. And then I'll do grilled foods this day. That I don't know. I didn't realize that when I was thinking about my menu, so I didn't plan anything. And normally I would grill chicken on Saturday and we would go out on Sunday. So why don't I just write that anyway? And then if it changes, I'll just cross it out, you know? Grilled chicken, then out. Okay. And now what I want to do is look at this food and decide, is there anything I need to thaw out? Like, you know, so like the shrimp I would need to take out, I can take that out that same morning because shrimp thaws pretty quickly. And sushi bowls, I would need to make the sushi rice earlier so it's not hot at dinner time. And let's do, we could draw these. This is the, like the monthly calendar that comes on the stencil. I like to turn it this way and use it as a checklist. And a little hint here, this matches the lines in the horizontal. I don't know, does it match up with other things? Let's see. So you can grab, like you can put like a whole line here. So we have all these over here, but they're all different sizes. So you have to move it if you want to make like a list, right? And I don't care for that, but it lines up with, it doesn't line up with the sidebar. It doesn't line up, but on the horizontal, it lines up. So if you like to put check boxes on the line section of your horizontal, use that, like this is the month, right? The 7 across and the 5 down. If you turn it this way, you have your 7 down and it lines up with your horizontal. Okay, so yeah, and then it fits perfectly in this box too. So what I'm gonna do is put my check boxes over here and it fits perfectly there. So that's just like a little stencil hack for you if you want to use that. And then I also don't want to forget about these. So sometimes we have like little check boxes in here, right? We definitely have the to-do list. So like these check boxes, but these are too tall. Of course you could cut them, but I feel like I'm skipping a page. I'm not. Okay. We could use these. So this one, dinner plans, would kind of be perfect for here. Using this horizontal, like you could, you know, we have the 7 lines, right? It's perfect. You could just take this little thing here that says dinner plans and maybe put it here. And then you could write all of your dinner plans, or you don't even need to use like a checkbox. So like one of the things that I like to do if I'm not assigning dinners to a specific day, I like to just make a list of things that I can make that week with the food I have in the house, or just like requests from the family or whatever. And then I don't ever do 7. I used to, but that's just too many. We like to eat leftovers, and sometimes we just don't want to cook and we just eat like things like air fryer or freezer food and stuff. So I've learned that really only 4 like specific meals is like the maximum. And grilled chicken is just like, that's just, I just grill the whole giant pack of chicken from Walmart, like that big pack. And then we just have chicken in the house throughout the week to eat with lunch. And that's more like a meal prep thing. And then we just eat some of it at dinner. So to me, that's not really like a recipe or like a big planned out meal. Anyway, so you can make a list of meals of like the 4 things, right, that you want to make. You just don't know which night, or you don't care which night, whatever. And then you make your list, and then you can check them off as you've used them. And then you know, hey, we used up those ingredients or whatever. Anyway, long ramble about how this would be a perfect spot for these stickers that say dinner plans, and this lined section down here that doesn't go with a specific date. You could either do it not lined, which, you know, if you don't need the lines, cool, whatever. You could make this box be your dinner plans, whatever. I just think that would be a fun way to use that. Also shopping list, that would work too. Okay, anyway, we were doing checklists. Somebody told me, I actually saw it in a video, a mom and a girl with plans. And then someone else in my comments suggested the same thing. So using the habit trackers as a checklist, I think is kind of brilliant, because I don't want the habit trackers. Actually, for this, I could use the habit trackers because I don't have any. But normally when I'm using this, we have all 6 of those that I don't need, even all 6 of them. I won't need actual habit tracker stickers. I think maybe we use them this week because I don't have any, and why not? This is a fun way to actually use them. But it looks like they will fit here this way. So let me pick a color to put down here to use as my habits. Now, of course, didn't bring my tending list over here, but the habits that I'm working on, 2 of them are not habits that I'm working on. They're habits that I already have. I just like to check them off because they're an easy win. That's reading my Bible and doing my Duolingo. I've been doing those Duolingo for almost 2 years now, every single day. And then my Bible since Thanksgiving, like November-ish, every single day. And it's an ingrained habit. I don't miss it. I don't need a reminder to do it. It's just I wake up and do it. So those are things that I don't really need to track. I just do because it's an easy win. But for something that I'm actually working on, I want to try to go for a walk. I don't need to go for a walk every day. Ideally I would, right? Going outside for a walk daily is like the ideal. I know that's not going to happen. But I just want to check off if I did it at least once that week. I feel like, yeah. And then the other thing is doing PM skincare. So I'm terrible with that. I really only wash my face and do all the steps or whatever if I wore makeup that day. And I don't always wear makeup. So sometimes I just like do the face wipe cloth thingy that's not doing me any favors. Sometimes it's just like, when I wash my face in the shower and then I'll throw lotion on, moisturizer on when I get out of the shower. Anyway, I'm pretty terrible at it. And then, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I just don't even wash my face at all. If I didn't wear makeup, I just kind of am like, whatever, I'm going to sleep. So let's try to be better with skincare. That's what I'm working on right now. And I think we will track those. So that's a long ramble, but I don't have many plans to write down. So I got to fill the time with something. We've already used like orange and blue. So let's use a green and a purple, I think. Is that purple or gray? It's got to be purple because we have purple as one of the colors. Anyway, here, let's just do one at a time. I want to show you this because somebody said to use these as a checklist. Now, I would cut them. I have this little guy here. You could just grab some scissors and snip off the edge. And then you just have like a little checklist. That's pretty cool. But I think what we'll do is just put them over here. We could do the one that says reminder up here at the top. Oh goodness, I have too many stickers. I need to do this left-handed. Okay, here we go. Reminder. There, and then I'm gonna put this green one like at the bottom. And let's get the purple one and stick that right there. So this is just basically, like I said, I have like 4 daily habits, but 2 of them I don't really need to track, so I'm not going to clutter up everything with that. I do track them on my tending list, so okay. What if we use these and do like a monochrome look and see how that looks? So we will go for a walk here, and this one we will do PM skin. What do we think about that? Okay, now what else do we want to do? I'm going to mark off my week. I'm just going to use black here because this is going to go in whatever color scheme because this moves. Let me just mark those days off. Okay. Oh, and then I can put that it's week 19. I like to do that. Okay, what was I doing before when I got sidetracked? I was trying to do checklists. Okay, this is just my brain, sorry. I want to see what we have here. I think what I'm going to do is just use the stencil because, yeah, that's what it's for. We have this, but this is for the vertical and it's too tall. Although you could cut that bottom one off if you wanted to, or you could just let it overlap. It's not a big deal. Everything doesn't have to fit perfectly in a square, you know? Oh, there were those. Those are pretty. Could have used those. All right. Also, if you have this planner, remember that we have the ones in the back. Let's look at the bouquet. I have the Daily Duo here. Remember, these are the ones that are going to come with it. So there are habit trackers back there too. So don't forget about those. Make sure we're using up the stickers that we get, right? Okay, well, there aren't any checklists in here, but like I said, I wanted to use this anyway. So let's bring in the purple over here, and I'm gonna use the fine tip side of my dual tip marker. Actually, why don't we do, this will be fun, we can do a different color each day, and then if these don't get filled in with anything, that's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just they're ready to go if I need to. I was just thinking, like, what if I put my checklist over here and then I actually have space in the little box for like a longer word because I write bigger. What do we think about that? I don't know, because it's going to cover up like Mother's Day and Cinco de Mayo. I think we'll just do it here. It'll look cleaner. All right, so we have purple. And since there's only 6 colors and we have 7 days of the week, why don't we, well, I'm not going to have a to-do list for Sunday. So for me at my house, I try to not do anything like chore-ish on Sunday. This is like a rest day. We just kind of relax. We go to church, we go out to eat, we just chill, watch Formula One, read, do puzzles, like hang out. And I try to have that whole day free so that if that's what we want to do. So actually I'm not going to do a to-do list there. And maybe I'll put a sticker there or something because it's fun, right? But let's grab all of these and just do a different color on each section, and then the to-do list will be ready and I can write in those things like thaw the shrimp and make the sushi rice. I think that is the way to go. I'm actually like really digging this horizontal, and I did buy that horizontal, so that might be something maybe I will feel like hopping into different planners. Depending on the week, I don't know. I'm not promising that I will be planning in the horizontal, but actually, like, this is kind of like jiving with how my brain works. I do like a horizontal layout. Like, so I really like it when it's all on one page, Monday through Sunday, just stacked on one side of the page. That's my very favorite. So that would be cool. But I like this. I think this is, this could work for me. Maybe, I don't know. Here. I do like how using the vertical lately, and that's another layout I don't typically use. I like how that kind of fixed my thought process of how to plan my day, just like chronologically, but not so structured like an hourly, because when I've tried the hourly in the past, it was like almost like too rigid. I can ignore the times, but also I try to like figure out exactly what time something's going to happen. If I want to do something in the afternoon, then I'm like, okay, it needs to be on a specific time, which like here I wrote I want to film at 9, or in which actually, fun fact, it's just now 9:02. So I started filming earlier, but I like to just say I start work type stuff at 9. Anyway, I will assign these times just so my brain knows I'm doing this in the morning, this in the afternoon, this in the evening. So I could do that on the hourly, but then it kind of messes with me whenever there's something that's in the afternoon that's specifically happening at 2. I don't know. It's just my brain wants to like slot things in exactly where they go. And so if some things are specific and some things are just general afternoon time, then I just don't like it. I don't know how to explain that, but you know, whatever. Okay, so now I'm going to write in those tasks that happen on each day. I want to get rid of this, and I think I'll just use the color that matches the checklist. So will write, I guess I need to write with the fine point side to keep it small. I prefer, honestly, I really prefer using the fat side, the, what is this, medium. I just like that. I think it just looks better with my handwriting, but Arrow Garden. Okay, and then I don't know, I need to put this back in my this planner. So if that was on the 10th of May, it needs to be, oh, we're sanitizing and feeding the Arrow Garden on the 24th. So I'm gonna leave that there, but then it would be week 23 in June, which I don't have week numbers on here yet. Okay, that would be this day. Okay. Anyway, I cannot wait to set up my planner and just be back in like one planner. I'm ready. I'm really ready for that. But doing all this is helping me realize exactly what I need to kind of like simplify and everything. Okay, now let's move back to thawing things. Shrimp, what color are we? Blue. So we want to thaw the shrimp in the morning. Thaw shrimp. And then terracotta, we want to make sushi rice earlier in the day. Okay, and then Thursday I also like to order groceries. Grocery order, and so I will need to note when I'm getting my groceries, and I like to get them on Saturdays in the morning time. So let's use the little grocery cart just to indicate that that's going to happen, because that's not something I need to know to be home so that I'm there when the groceries get there, but I don't, like, it doesn't affect what I'm doing at home that day. So I'm going to use this pink one because it matches the colors. And we'll just put this like up here. Like, hey, groceries are coming this day, don't forget. And then what I will put here actually is that I want to do my weekly reset, my cleaning and my food prep. So cleaning on the first line, we'll just say clean the house. And then the second line in the afternoon after the groceries have arrived is food prep. Okay. I'm just kind of looking here. I don't have, I guess I can thaw the chicken that I have in my freezer. No, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Since I don't know if we're grilling chicken or not, I'm just gonna buy the chicken and use the fresh chicken that I buy from the store instead of thawing out what I already have in the freezer. And then if I don't end up cooking that, then I will just freeze it. But I won't have like chicken that I have frozen and thawed and then refrozen. So that's, I don't need to thaw the chicken, I will just buy it. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else I need to add here. This would just be like a basic to-do list. Like if I had things that just needed to happen during that week, I would probably write that here if it didn't have a specific day. And yeah, there's some PTO things that I need to do on certain days. I'll write those in when I figure that out. And I think that's it for like the plans, but let's throw down a couple of cute stickers. Let's look at this and see if there's anything here that I want to use. We have stickers here and we have the washi fan here. I like them. I want to use ones that have like a bunch of different colors in them, since they are, I'm using all the different color pens. But I don't want the pink ones because I just think that the blue looks better with the terracotta. So maybe this one. But where would we put those? Just like across here maybe? I would have to cut it. I could put it on the bottom down here on this little to-do list section. Let's try that. So let's try our new washi. This is fun. Okay, so we're gonna have to open it like all the way. Okay, and then let me move my little sticky note, and then I'm gonna put it to where the flowers are coming off of the bottom here. And let me line that up a little bit better right here. Oh, cute. Okay, and then I will use this and just see if we can tear this. I prefer to tear. Yeah, okay, it tears just like washi. Very cool. All right, and now I just have this little teeny nub, which I'm never going to use for anything, but whatever, I'll just stick it there. I like it. What else do we have? I wanted to put a sticker here. I like these. I already have like purple, blue. We might do a pink or a yellow there because we have like purple, green, blue here. And then we already have like the terracotta in here. So really the only other two colors to kind of balance it would be the pink and the yellow. But I do have pink here, so that could make my decision. I could use the yellow there. But let's just see what else we have because I haven't looked through here enough. Oh, I love these. Oh, that's cute. I might do that one. And then we could do the Celebrate because it's Mother's Day. We have a purple, a blue, and an orange. So I might do like the blue with the little yellow sticker. How about that? Let's just do it. Why not? These are washi too. I might need to get this to help me pull this up since it's a little more delicate. Okay, so let's kind of put this here. Let's Celebrate. Like that, and then let's grab that littler sticker. I didn't even look at the rest of these. Oh, those two. I forgot about these. Okay. All right, well that just means there's more stickers to use later, that they're just so pretty. Okay, and then this, and we'll just kind of put this here. Ooh, I should have put, it's a little tight. We're gonna go, I'm trying to get it just, okay, there we go, perfect. All right, look at that, it looks pretty. And then I didn't write my week number. Week 19, let's write it on one of these. And I think we will do the pink and bring some pink over here. And I think we can do this lighter pink. And then, yeah, so week 19. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna put it here, just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like I like that vibe. All right. I like it. Let's put this back where it goes. Yeah, we used some of these stickers. We used all the markers. We used the washi fan. I'm gonna use this guy. We used the stencil. Look at all the stuff we're using. Okay, very cool. I like it. And I am just kind of like wiping my name off of here. This is where I tried the wet erase markers on it because they said that that's like one way to use these, and I like it. I think it's a good use, but I didn't need it there, so I'm taking it off. These are strong magnets, so we're gonna just I don't know, go like this, I think. just to use that for now. This honestly is just going to stay open on my desk, so I don't really need this, but sometimes I shift things around and then that way it'll be like that. Okay, I think that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, please consider subscribing because I post functional planning videos on my channel, and if you liked this one, you'll probably like those ones too, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.